All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure that sound is working. All right. Thank you, Bernie. Hello, Bernie. Hello, Big Clue. Jamie, welcome. We've only got 2 weeks left of the Field of Dreams Baseball League. We've really only got two major races going on. One between Amazing and Tampa Bay, and in the Earth Division, Manchester, Berlin, and Horse Feathers. So what I'm going to do is uh, sim a couple days, I think, and see where we have the most, excuse me, interesting matchup and game. I have an idea on Wednesday which one to play when we get there. But yeah, let's get started and see where thing's done. We're gonna. By the way, I want to make an announcement. I think we're trying to. I'm gonna sim this week now. We'd like everybody to get in their manager file before, say, 6 or 7 o'clock this evening, Eastern Standard Time. And we want to try and sim the rest of the week, the second week out, and finish up the regular season by tonight. And then Steve is going to set up all of the playoff games, and we can start the playoffs this coming week. And hopefully, within about 2 weeks, we'll be ready to start drafting for season 2. Hey, Joe, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming by. All right, so here we go. We have Dallas at Long Island. And Dallas will take that one 3-2. And we have a doubleheader of Dallas at Long Island. And this time Long Island comes back and wins that one 5-1. T-ville over San Francisco 12-5. It's a lot of scoring there for T-ville, who's only won 44 games this season. Horse Feathers at Manchester. This is going to be a big one here. Obviously, if Horse Feathers win, it's going to really tighten up this division big time. So we'll see what happens here. And they do. So the Horse Feathers win 6-3. Plank gets his 15th win of the season. Whitey Ford loses his 13th. And that is going to close the gap a little bit in that division. That's what I'm hoping for. So we get an exciting game coming up later on in the week. Berlin and Hagerstown. Oh, Berlin falls back just a little bit. Hagerstown with a big win over Berlin, 9-3. We have St. Pete. Here's another one that we're looking to maybe see if we can close up a gap between Tampa and Amazing. And Tampa does what they need to do, so they win 4-3. We have Cleveland at D-Gens. Okay, that's a win for Cleveland, 3-0 over the D-Gens. D-Gens on a little bit of a slide last couple of days. Fred's at Florence. Florence beats Fred's 3-2. Lehigh at Chico's. Chico squeaks by with a 9-8 win. That helps because there's only a few games left, and with a eight-game lead over Cleveland, that's going to be hard to overcome. So Chico's looking good to win that division. Hadley Lake over Mid-Michigan, 7-5. Mid-Michigan, one of the ones that are going to be. I think Steve said he didn't like the term toilet bowl. So for right now, I'll call it the sewer series until somebody comes up with something better. Canada at Vegas. Vegas beats Canada 3-2. So Nathan 4-3 on the season. Larry goes 14-10. Pinson 3-4 with a triple and 2 stolen bases. So Canada's lost a few games in the past couple of weeks. So are they losing their gumption going into this to the playoffs? That would be interesting to see. Amazing at Carpathian. Oh, here we go. Carpathian beats Amazing. So now, because of that, Amazing only has a 2-game lead over Tampa Bay. And in the Earth Division, Manchester, 3 over Berlin and 3.5 over the Horse Feathers. So let's go on to the 19th. Deerfield Beach at Des Moines. 7-3, Deerfield Beach over Des Moines. Here we go with the Horse Feathers at Manchester again. Another big win for Horse Feathers. This is exactly what I was hoping for because tomorrow's game is going to be featured. Is going to be Horse Feathers at Manchester. That's the 3rd game in that season. And now that they're only 2.5 games behind Manchester. That game is going to be very important. So that's what we're looking for. We have Berlin at Hagerstown. Berlin, wow, Berlin 14-0 over Hagerstown. So now Berlin within 2 of Manchester. This race is getting exciting down here. I love it. Here's Cleveland at D-Gens again. This time the D-Gens bound back and beat Cleveland 8-7. Lehigh at Chico's. Chico's with a big win over Lehigh 6-3. Seaver gets his 13th win of the season. Dallas at Long Island. And Long Island 5-0 over Dallas. We have Hadley Lake at Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan wins 7-2 over Hadley Lake. Another game at Canada Vegas. Canada does bounce back in a big way. They win 8-2 over Vegas. San Francisco at T-ville. San Fran 11, T-ville 7. So San Fran comes back on that one. Here's another one, St. Pete at Tampa. Tampa looking to try and close this up. And they do. So Tampa within 1.5 of Amazing. So another. So this hopefully will be another. Now, here's the problem. Amazing and Tampa Bay do not play each other over the next 2 weeks. So I'll feature one of these teams as we go to see if one wins or one loses to keep that division going, see how close they can get it. Fred's at Florence. Florence 6-5 over Fred's. Fred's in Vegas in a little bit of a race to see who can get the earlier draft pick. Amazing at Carpathian. Carpathian with a big win over 6-2 over Amazing. So now Tampa Bay only 1 game behind Amazing. Wow, very tight race there. And Deerfield Beach over Des Moines 9-4. As we go on to September 20th, and give me 1 second. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and play this first game of the doubleheader, Horse Feathers at Manchester. Give me 1 second. I want to send in the. I know Clue's in. If MV's in, I'd like for you guys to come into the studio, so make the game move a little smoother. So I'm going to send the link out. There you go. So Clue, if you want to come into the studio, please. MV, if you're there, if you would come in. We're going to go ahead and play this game out. Would like to make it go quick and smooth without having to worry about manager lineups or pink hands or anything like that. Hey, David, welcome. David breaks himself away from his newly acquired electronic device to come by. All right, and here's Big Clue. How you doing, Clue?
Hey, doing well. Yourself?
All right, man. All right. This race getting exciting here, huh?
Yeah, we got a doubleheader today between us.
Yes, this is going to be a very important day. We'll see how this goes. I don't know if MV's around. I was hoping MV would jump in. But what we'll do is go ahead and get it started. And I guess you get all of the benefits of being the only one on until MV shows up. So here we go. Let's play this one out. All right, let's see what we got here for MV. And we'll come back and do yours. All right. Do we need to load a lineup or does that look right?
That looks fine.
That looks fine. All right. And let's go over to MV's. And I know we could go up here and see what his manager lineup looks like. His next lineup is you're pitching a whoops. Yeah, you're pitching left-handed. So I believe it was hit for him. It's his left-handed lineup is 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, number 3 versus lefty. So let's load that for him. Make sure that's so good. There we go. All right, off we go. All right, we're at Yankee Stadium for the first game of a doubleheader between the Horse Feathers and the Red Bolts. John Matlack will start for the Horse Feathers. He's got 31 starts on the year already. He's 12-15 on the season with a 3.45 ERA. This is his first start against Manchester. Gaylord Perry will take the mound for Manchester. He's got 32 starts on the year. He's 15-9 with an ERA of 3.13. It's his third start against the Horse Feathers, and he's 0-1 against the Horse Feathers with a whopping 15.19 ERA. So Horse Feathers have gotten him already. So we'll see how that goes. It's 77 degrees on the field with wind speed of 3 miles per hour, and it's coming in from right center field. So we may not see a lot of long balls hit that way, but let's see how it goes. All right, the lineup for the Horse Feathers. Leading off will be Lou Boudreau. Batting after him, second will be Joe Morgan. Chipper Jones has the third spot. He'll be followed by Ryan Ludwig in the fourth spot. In the fifth spot goes to Carlos Pena. The sixth spot is catcher Brian McCann. The seventh batter will be Chet Lemon. Wally Post will be batting eighth. And Gary Sheffield, in as the designated hitter, will be batting in the ninth spot. For Manchester defense, we have Carlos Quentin in left field, center fielder Mickey Mantle, right fielder Milton Bradley, Kevin Euclid at first, Alexi Ramirez at second, Ozzie Smith will be our shortstop, Ken Keltner is at third. Behind the plate catching today will be Elston Howard, and Gaylord Perry will make his start. Again, he's got a 3.13 ERA. He started in 32 games. He's allowed 187 hits, 76 of those are earned runs. He's walked 53 and struck out 127, allowing 13 home runs. So here we go. Boudreau steps to the plate. He is batting 340 this season with 7 home runs. He'll wait for the pitch. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This is going to be hit to Keltner at third, who makes an error. He cannot field that cleanly. So Boudreau reaches first off an error from Ken Keltner. So right off the bat, Manchester leading off with an error and allowing a base runner. So that brings Joe Morgan, second baseman Joe Morgan, to the plate. He's got a 173 average this season with 37 RBIs and 10 home runs. So his batting average is a little low. We'll see if he can come back in this game. He needs some hits here. And this is going to make it to Ozzie Smith at short, who throws to Ramirez at second, over to Euclid at first for the double play. So just like that, the Horse Feathers with 2 outs, bringing Chipper Jones to the plate. Chipper Jones batting 314. He's got 25 home runs on the season. He'll face off against Perry. Perry delivers. This is going to make it into right field. A grounder into right field. Jones is with a single. Bradley will come up and field that one, get that back in. Ludwig steps up to the plate. He's got a 235 average, 34 home runs, and 107 RBIs. Jones takes a big lead off of first. Here's the pitch. Oh, Perry over to first to try and get Jones with that lead, but Jones makes it back in time. Pitch from Perry. Ludwig with a big shot to left field. This is high and deep and off the wall. So Jones rounds third. He makes it home. Ludwig with a stand-up double, an RBI stand-up double, his 40th double of the season. So the Horse Feathers already with a 1-0 lead off of 2 outs. And here we go. This is getting to be a good one. All right, Carlos Pena comes in. He's only batting a 205 this season. I turned off the notifications, and that didn't work. Here's the pitch to Pena. Oh, and he goes down on strikes. So that was a big strikeout that was needed there by the Red Bolts to get them out of that inning. But not before the Horse Feathers score a run off of 2 hits and 1 error. So we'll take a look at the lineup for Manchester. Leadoff will be Milton Bradley. Batting second, Kevin Euclid. Batting third, Elston Howard. Mickey Mantle in the 4th spot as cleaning it up. Carlos Quentin will be batting 5th. In the 6th spot is Stan the Man Musial. 7th, we'll see Alexi Ramirez. At 8th batter, playing third base is Ken Keltner. And Ozzie Smith will be batting in the 9th spot for the Red Bolts. We'll go to the Horse Feathers defense. Wally Post in left field. Chet Lemon center field. Right fielder Ryan Ludwig. At first, we'll see Carlos Pena. At second, we'll see Joe Morgan. Shortstop is Lou Boudreau. Third baseman, Chipper Jones. Tonight's catcher will be Brian McCann. And on the mound is John Matlack, excuse me. 31 games started. He's allowed 241 hits, 92 earned runs, walked 70, 137 strikeouts. He's allowed 29 home runs. He's got a 3.45 ERA. And on we go to the bottom of one with the Red Bolts trailing. I'm sorry, with the Red Bolts trailing Horse Feathers 1-0. So Bradley steps in the plate, batting 255 this season. From Matlack. This is a hard shot to left field. This is gone. So Bradley with a big leadoff home run to tie the game up quickly. They just got that run back as fast as they could. Home run number 14, 326 feet for Milton Bradley. And just like that, leadoff batter for Red Bolts gets the home run, ties the game up. All right, that brings Euclid to the plate. He's batting 290 this season. He's got 27 home runs. Euclid with a dribbler down to Boudreau at short. He'll pick it up, throw over to Pena at first. 1 out. Howard steps up to the plate. He's batting 320 average this season. He's got 18 home runs. He digs in. The pitch from Matlack. Here's a hard shot. This gets over the head of Boudreau into left field for a single. So Howard with a single with 1 out. That brings up the dangerous Mickey Mantle, who's batting 312 with 116 RBIs and 40 home runs. Howard with a slight lead off the plate at first. And the pitch. And he strikes Mickey Mantle out. So a huge strikeout for Matlack. That was needed at that time with Howard still standing on first. Up comes the fifth batter, Carlos Quentin, batting 240. He's got 69 RBIs this season. Here's the pitch to Quentin. And this is a hard shot to Jones at third. He'll throw over to Morgan at second for the third out. So down goes the Red Bolts. But they come in with a leadoff home run to tie their game up. They got the one run off of 2 hits and no errors. And we go to the top of 2 with the game all locked up 1-1. We will see batters 6, 7, 8 for the Horse Feathers. Leading off is going to be Brian McCann. He's batting 231 on the season with 21 home runs. And here comes the pitch from Perry. And he gets a free walk. Perry issues the walk to McCann. McCann with a big lead off, a threat to steal over there. And here comes the pitch to Lemon. Chet Lemon is batting 242 with 36 RBIs. And there goes McCann. Lemon, it must have been a hit and run, but that looks like it's going into the foul territory. Yes, that gets into the stands down third baseline. So we're going to do that one again. So Lemon with a 1-1 count. McCann took off on that pitch. And he's taken off again. This time another hit and run, it looked like. Lemon hits to third base. Keltner picks it up, shoots across to Euclid. Lemon is out, but McCann does advance to second base. So the Horse Feathers playing some hit and run ball today. Wally Post steps up to the plate. He's batting 194 with 28 RBIs this season. McCann at second. 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Perry. It's a high fly ball to right field. This looks like it could be gone, and it is gone. So Post comes in with a 2 RBI shot to right field. That ball measured at 307 feet into right center. Home run number 15 for Wally Post. What a big hit at the time that was needed there for 2 extra runs. And just like that, now the Horse Feathers are up 3-1 over the Red Bolts. So that brings Sheffield to the plate with 1 out. He's batting 207. He's got 19 RBIs and 10 home runs this year. He looks for the pitch from Perry. He delivers. This is a high fly ball to left field, but Quentin makes the play. He gets underneath that for the routine catch. 2 outs. So Lou Boudreau, we come back to the top of the lineup for the Horse Feathers. Lou Boudreau steps up. He's on a 8-game hitting streak, so he's looking to extend that a little bit longer. Here's delivers from Perry. And this Perry makes a fantastic play. That looked like it was going to go to second, between first and second, but what a huge play by the pitcher to get that one to first for the out. And Manchester goes down but scored 2 runs off of 1 hit. Big home run. hit in that last inning. And the Horse Feathers lead the Red Bolts 3-1. We go to batters number 6, 7, 8 for the Red Bolts here at the bottom of 2. Stan the Man Musial leading us off. He's got 281 batting average this season with 18 home runs. Pitch for Matlack. It's a dribbler back to the mound. Matlack picks that up, shoots to Pena at first. 1 down. Alexei Ramirez comes in, batting 320. He's got a solid average so far this year with 24 RBIs and 6 home runs. For Matlack. And this is going to get down into left field. It gets between the shortstop. Chipper Jones makes a poor play, unable to get to that ball, gets past him at third into left field. So he's charged with a poor play, but that is a single for Ramirez, who gets the hit. So we have Ramirez at first, Keltner at the plate. Manchester trying to get those 2 runs back that they just gave up. Keltner at 258 this season and 52 RBIs. Ramirez takes off. McCann with the throw to second. Morgan grabs it, makes the tag, but Ramirez gets under it safely. And stolen base number 1 for Alexei Ramirez here with only 2 weeks left to go in the season. Well, better late than never is what I say. So he gets his first stolen base of the season. All right. So we have Ramirez at second. Keltner still at the plate. He's facing a 1-0 count. Pitch. And Keltner goes down on strikes. So the Red Bolts now facing 2 outs with a runner on second. Ozzie Smith steps into the plate. He's the last batter of the lineup, batting 226 this season. 40 RBIs, trying to make something happen here to get that run in and close this gap up a little bit. A hit from Smith gets to Boudreaux at short. He'll shoot across to Pena. That's the third out. Down go the Red Bolts. No runs off of 1 hit. And no errors by the Horse Feathers. So we go to the top of 3, where we're going to see Morgan, Jones, and then Ludwig. Morgan is 0 for 1 so far in the game. There he shoots. And he strikes out Morgan. So Morgan goes down on strikeouts. That brings up Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones is already 1 for 1 in this game. Digs in. Here's the pitch. This is a high fly ball to center field. Mantle comes up, runs up to get that one into shallow center field for the second out. Ryan Ludwig steps up to the plate. He's also 1 for 1 in this game. Here's the pitch. And Ludwig goes down on strikes. So Gaylord Perry able to strike out 2 in that inning. They go down quietly with no runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of 3. Horse Feather still leading 3-1. We will see the top of the order with Bradley, followed by Euclid, and then Howard. Bradley 1 for 1 in this game. Here's a shot to down third, grounder to third. Chipper Jones picks that up, throws over to Pena for the first out. That'll bring up Euclid. Euclid at the plate. Here's the delivery. This is a high fly ball down left field. Post catches it at the foul line, deep in left field for the second out. And we see Elston Howard step up the plate. He is 1 for 1 today. There's the pitch. And this is going to go foul down third baseline. So with a 0-2 count, Howard waits for the pitch. And this will get down into center field for a single. Over second base. Howard with another hit on today. He's 2 for 2 now. And once again, we see Mantle. Mantle went down on strikeouts his last at bat. Let's see if Matlack can get him again. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's a high fly ball to deep left field. Post movement. Oh, all he can do is watch that go over his head. Home run number 41 for Mickey Mantle. Over left center field wall. 2 RBI, number 41 for Mickey Mantle, 311 feet. And we are all knotted up again here in the bottom of 3. 3-3. And that'll bring in Carlos Quentin, who's 0 for 1 so far today, facing 2 outs. But this game is all tied up again. Quentin with a hit. This is going to get to Joe Morgan at second, who picks it up, throws to Pena. That's the third out. 2 runs off 2 hits, no errors. And once again, we are all tied up 3-3. That'll bring in Pena to lead off the inning. He'll be followed by McCann and Lemon. Pena is 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch from Perry. And he goes down on strikes. So Perry strikes him out. McCann steps into the plate. He's this is his. He got walked, I believe. Yeah, he got walked in the second inning. So here's the pitch to McCann. This is going to get a hit down, a grounder to third. Keltner picked that up over to first at Euclid at first for the second out. All right, Chet Lemon comes in. Horse Feathers with 2 outs. 0 for 1 so far with Lemon today. He gets a. This will get down in right. Excuse me, right field. That gets between first and second for a single. So with 2 outs, Lemon on first. No danger to steal. Post comes up to plate. Post is 1 for 1. He had a 2-run homer back in the second. So looking to try and get some more magic going here to try and get this lead back. Oh, Lemon takes off to second. He's caught stealing. So wow, what a big time to get caught stealing there. So just like that, no runs on off of one hit, but he got caught stealing to end that inning. We go to the bottom of 4 with Musial leading us off, followed by Ramirez and Keltner. Stan is 0 for 1 so far. Here's the pitch. This is going to get into right center. I'm sorry, right field. Musial turns the corner, and he's going to leg that one out for his 33rd double of the season. So Manchester Red Bolts with a big leadoff double there. That brings up Ramirez, who's 1 for 1. The pitch. This is going to get over the head of Boudreau into left field. Post will field that one. Musial has to hold up at third. Ramirez at first with a big single. We have runners on the corners and no outs. I'd like to say welcome to Beatles is in. Thank you, Beatles, for coming by. And Todd B. Thank you for coming by. This has been a good game so far. All not up 3 here, going in the bottom of 4. All right, we have no outs. Runners on the corners. Keltner into the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. And there's a grounder. This is going to get into left field. So that gets between short and third. Ramirez will round second, make it to third. Keltner with a single. So that gives the Red Bolts a 1-run lead with no outs. And Clue, you're still here. So if you need to make any changes, just yell it out. I'm assuming Clue's still here. Clue, you still here? All right, Clue may have stepped away for a minute. All right, so Ozzie Smith comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. We have runners on the corners. No outs for the Red Bolts. Here's the pitch from Matlack. This is going to be a grounder to Boudreau at short. He throws over to second, but Morgan is unable to turn the double play in time. Smith gets to first safely. He also draws in the RBI, and Manchester now leads by 2 over the Horse Feathers, 5-3. So we have a runner on first with 1 out. Milton Bradley comes in. Milton Bradley led us off in this game with a huge home run. Ozzie Smith has 39 steals on the season. And we're going to allow, it looks like Grant Balfour is coming into pitch. Clue, I'm going to give you one more chance. I know you're in the studio. If you're here, do you want to allow Grant Balfour to pitch? All right, no response from Clue. So we're going to let Grant Balfour come in. Let's take a look at Balfour real quick. He's got a 5.18 ERA. He's allowed 19 earned runs off of 25 hits, given up 5 home runs, struck out 29, walked 21. He comes in with 1 out, and Ozzie Smith standing on first, facing off against Milton Bradley, who hit the first inning home run. And Smith takes off. The throw from McCann to Boudreau at second. Smith is caught stealing. I'm sorry, but Smith is caught stealing. The umpire calls him out. He was tagged out. So Manchester now with 2 outs and no runners on. Balfour pitches. And, he issues the free pass to Bradley. So after they just catch Ozzie Smith stealing, he then gives up another base runner. So Euclid is 0 for 2 today. He'll come in with that runner on first and 2 outs. Pitch Bradley takes off from McCann to Morgan, but he's under the tag this time. Stolen base number 6 for Milton Bradley. The 0-1 pitch to Euclid. And he gets walked. So Balfour walks two with two outs and already down by two. And that brings up Elston Howard, who's 2 for 2 today. So it's not getting any easier for Balfour. McCann will go out and try and settle him down. The pitch from Balfour. And he strikes him out. So after walking two, he gets a big strikeout to end that inning. But the Red Bolts get 2 runs off of 3 hits and no errors. After 4 complete, Red Bolts 5, Horse Feathers 3. We go to the top of 5, where Wally Post will lead us off. He is 1 for 1 today. He hit the two RBI home run into right field earlier in the game. Here's the pitch. Post with a grounder to Keltner at third. He makes a fantastic play, has to dive for that one, throws from his knees to Euclid. Post is out at first. And they're going to credit a great play number 33 for Ken Keltner at third base. So Sheffield comes up. He is 0 for 1 so far. Pitch. This gets to Ozzie Smith at short. He throws over to Euclid. That's number 2. So Horse Feathers with no runners again on base, but Lou Boudreau comes up. He is the leadoff batter for the Horse Feathers, top of the order. Pitch. This is going to get into right field. Oh, a liner to Milton Bradley. He didn't even have to move. It was straight to him. That's the third out. Horse Feathers, who started
If
off
I
the
may,
game. Yes, sir.
let's bring in a reliever.
Absolutely. Yeah, you weren't around when they brought in Balfour, so I had to let it go.
That's fine. We'll bring in Chief Bender.
All right. Chief Bender comes up to the mound. Out of the bullpen. Chief Bender with a 2.58 ERA, only a 2.04 average against him. He's going to face off against Mickey Mantle. So he steps right into the Hornets' nest. A pitch from Bender. And he issues a free pass. So the pitchers for Horse Feathers have a little bit of control issue. Keep walking batters. Not the thing to do when you're facing the Red Bolts. Quentin will come up 0 for 2. Mickey Mantle probably won't steal. And he doesn't. This is going to get into left field. Post will come up and field that one. Mantle to second. Quentin on first with a single. And in steps Stan the Man Musial, who's 1 for 2. And Stan doubled down right field line in the fourth. And this Bender fields that one. He's going to throw across to third. He gets Mantle at third. Chipper Jones with the grab. What a big play by Chief Bender on the mound to get the lead runner out at third base. So with 1 out, Manchester has runners on first and second, and Horse Feathers in a double play situation to get out of this inning. Alexi Ramirez comes in. He's 2 for 2. So he's got a hot bat today. He gets the pitch from Bender. And this is a high fly ball to center field. Lemon moves under that one. He grabs that. Quentin has to get back to second. He will not have time to tag up and make it to third. So 2 outs, runners on first and second. Ken Keltner steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. He takes a pitch from Bender. This is another high fly ball to left field. Post moves slightly. Oh, this is gone. This is over his head. This is gone. Post can't do anything but watch that go over his head. 3 RBI shot for Ken Keltner. Home run number 9. And that's a 305-footer over left center field wall. So now Manchester takes a huge lead over the Horse Feathers, up by 5 here in the inning. So Horse Feathers looking to get out of it. When they just looked like they were going to get out of that inning, they gave up a 3 RBI shot. Ozzie Smith grounds this to Morgan. Morgan to Pena at first, and that takes care of the Red Bolts, but not before they score 3 runs off of 2 hits, no errors. That big, huge shot to left center field. Manchester 8, Horse Feathers 3 as we go to the top of 6. We will see Joe Morgan, followed by Chipper Jones, and then Ludwig. Pitch to Morgan. It's a grounder to second. Ramirez will pick that up. He throws over to Euclid. 1 out. Chipper Jones, he's 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. It's gonna be a grounder to Euclid. He'll pick it up. Tag first on his own. That's a 3 unassisted for 2 outs. Ludwig, he's 1 for 2 today. The pitch, and he strikes him out. So a big strikeout there for the Manchester Red Bulls. I see MV just came in. MV, I put the link in there. I can put it again if you like. If you want to join Clue here, we'll get you into the chat to end this for this game to get this going. Let me know if you need it, but it's up there in the chat there. All right, so we move on to the bottom of 6. Milton Bradley, who did get that leadoff home run in the first inning. Yes, Clue he's in here. Yep. You want to join? All right. Well, the link is there if you want to join. Otherwise, anyways, Milton Bradley will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with that big home run to lead off the game. And Clue, do you want to allow Ron Reed to pitch? And did Clue? I think Clue stepped out of the studio again. Yeah, Clue left the broadcast booth.
Reed is fine. I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Oh shoot. Okay, well I accidentally cleared that out because you didn't say anything.
That's all right. Never mind.
All right. So Bender will stay on for right now. Oh, good choice. Brent Bender just strikes him out. So Milton Bradley down on a strike there. So 1 out. Do you want to leave Bender in or change him out?
Let's leave him in.
All right. He'll face Euclid, who's 0 for 2. They'll try to bring Ron Reed in again.
No, leave Bender in.
All right. Here's the pitch to Euclid, and he strikes him out. So Bender, they wanted to change Bender, but he stays in and strikes 2 out in a row. And now he'll face Elston Howard, who's 2 for 3 today. And so Chief Bender gets 2 strikeouts, both of them in this inning. Pitch to Howard. This is going to get to Pena at second. Pena makes a diving stop. He gets back up, makes the play at first on his own, unassisted for the 3rd out. Great play number 5 for Carlos Pena. And the the Red Bulls go down. No runs, no hits, and no errors. So we'll see Pena leading off this inning, top of 7. Pena. Fly ball. Mantle comes up from center field to grab that one. Just a huge diving play by Mickey Mantle to make that. Great play number 42. Has to dive just past the dirt, but he makes that fantastic run and catch. McCann comes to the plate, 0 for 1. And this will get down. This gets over second base. They're going to charge. Looks like Ozzie Smith gets charged. Alexi Ramirez gets charged with a poor play, unable to get to the ball and field that cleanly, allowing McCann to get the single. So the Horse Feathers have a runner on first. They definitely need to try and get this run in to close up this gap a little bit. There's the pitch to Lemon. This is a dribbler to Euclid down the first base line. He'll pick that up, run it back to the bag. McCann advances to second. Horse Feathers facing 2 outs with a runner on second. In comes Wally Post, who's 1 for 2. He hit that 2-run homer back in the second, hoping to make that lightning strike twice. And this is a high fly ball to center field, but Mantle's able to get to that one easily for the 3rd out. And here is the 7th inning stretch.
Whatever happens, let's leave Bender in for the rest of the game.
All right. Boy, it really looked. You must have made sense. It looked like you had total control of this game through the first 2 innings. All right, Mickey Mantle will step up to the plate. He'll be followed by Quentin and Stan the Man Musial. We've already heard from the manager. We're leaving Bender in. And he strikes him out. So the 3rd strikeout for Bender. So it looks like he's got his stuff together. He'll face off against Quentin now, who's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Quentin. Oh, but he issues the walk on that one. So he strikes out the first batter and then walks Quentin. So we have Quentin on first with Stan Musial up to bat, 1 for 3 so far today. He doubled in the fourth, but grounded his last at bat. I continue to try and put in a different pitcher. This is going to be a high pop up down first base line. Pena will move under that one to catch it. That's out number 2. So Ramirez comes up facing 2 outs with a runner on first. Quentin with a big lead, but not taking the chance of stealing here. There goes Quentin. Ramirez with a grounder to Jones at third. He shoots across to Pena, and there's the third out. So the Manchester Red Bolts, no runs and no hits and no errors to finish off the 7th. However, the Red Bolts still leading the Horse Feathers 8-3. We go to the top of 8 where we'll see Sheffield lead us off. That'll wrap us around to the top of the batting order where Boudreau and Morgan will come up. Here's the pitch to Sheffield. This gets down. Ramirez makes a fantastic play at second base to get this over to Euclid for the first out. Lou Boudreau comes in. He's 0 for 3. Looking to get a hit going here. And this will get to Ozzie Smith, who makes a diving stop at short to get, and then makes the great throw to Euclid at first. Another great play by Ozzie Smith. That's number 46 on the season. And Horse Feathers with 2 outs. Joe Morgan, he's 0 for 3. So his bat has not come alive today either. This is a high fly ball to center field. Mantle barely has to move. He'll make that catch. Down go the Horse Feathers, 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of 8, where we'll see Keltner, Smith, and Bradley. Keltner already 2 for 3 in this game. 4 RBIs today. Here's the pitch. This is going to go to deep center field, but Lemon is able to run that one down. That's the first out. Bender now faces off against Ozzie Smith, who's 0 for 3. And this is a pop-up, high pop-up. Morgan will get this one on near second base for the second out. 2 outs for the Red Bolts. That brings Milton Bradley to the plate. He is the leadoff batter in this lineup. He did get that big home run shot to start off the Red Bolts in their first inning. And he goes down on strikes. So Bender with another strikeout. Big strikeout there. We go to the top of 9, where the Horse Feathers have 3 outs to make something happen here. Chipper Jones comes up to plate. Clue, if you want to make any pinch hits, you let me know. I notice you're on mute again, but
swing away.
Swinging away with Chipper Jones. He's 1 for 3. Chipper Jones did grounded in the first inning, but hasn't done much since. I'm sorry, he grounded a single is what I meant to say in the first inning. Pitch to Jones. This is going to get into left field, so that is another single for Jones. Quentin will pick that one up and get that back in.
Let's see who we have to substitute. Who's on the bench?
Absolutely. So we go to bench to look.
Bring in Roy Thomas, please.
All right. So the Red Bolts calling Roy Thomas off the bench to pitch hit. If we can get him going here. There we go. So Roy Thomas comes in to pinch hit. He's got a 226 average. He's hit 23 RBIs and 2 home runs this season. But here comes the lefty to face the right-handed Gaylord Perry. Howard goes out to talk to Perry. Here's the pitch from Perry. It's a 2-0 count. This is, Perry makes a fantastic play to throw to second. This shoots across to, Ramirez gets it over to Euclid at first for a double play. What a huge double play by the Red Bolts. And there goes the base runner for the Horse Feathers when they're already down by 5. That takes us to Carlos Pena.
Pinch hit.
Pinch hitting for Carlos Pena.
Votto. Thank you.
All right. Joey Votto comes in batting 264 on the season. He's got 16 home runs. And again, the left-hander comes in against the right-handed Perry. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, this goes straight up the chute behind the home plate. Howard moves to it, but it gets into the stands. Howard not able to get that one. And Votto's going to get another shot at this, facing 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Perry. Votto swings. He hits a deep fly ball to left field. Oh, but Quentin's under that one for the third out. Down go the Horse Feathers. Red Bolts 8, Horse Feathers 3. Let's take a look at the scorecards here. Clue, any comments?
They're a tough team. They
They
came
are a
back.
tough team. Yep. And again, it looked like with all that hitting you had in the first 2 innings, and then it just kind of stopped. But wow, it looked like that was going to be a high-scoring game there for a little while. All right, let's see who do they give the MVP goes to Ken Keltner, who knocked in, I believe it was 4 RBIs, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so that takes care of that game. Let's go back to the rest of the day. All right, that extended a little bit of a lead now for Manchester. So let's see how Berlin faces off against Hagerstown. Berlin with a win. That gets them a little bit closer to Manchester. They win 6-5. Here comes St. Pete at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay with a huge win over St. Pete, 12-5. They are now only trailing the Amazings by half a game. Cleveland at D-Gens. Cleveland goes down to the D-Gens 9-3. We move on to Fred's at Florence. Fred's with a big win, 7-2 over Florence. Lehigh at Chico's. And Chico's beats Lehigh 7-2 to extend the lead. Chico's now 10 games ahead in that division. We'll check and see,
And
but I
that,
think that division may
I
be done.
believe that clinches the division for you.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
we'll check that after this stays up. Dallas at Long Island. Long Island 9, Dallas 5. Hadley Lake at Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan takes the win, 6-5 over Hadley Lake. But I think Mid-Michigan pretty much has the bottom spot locked up in their division for the Sewer Series. Deerfield Beach 4, Des Moines 2. This is the doubleheader, Horse Feathers at Manchester. Horse Feathers needs a big win here. And oh boy, 11-0 on this one. We're going to take a look at this box score. This is a pretty important game. 13 hits for the Horse Feathers. And it was a no-hitter, folks. It was a no-hitter. Who pitched that? Donovan. Struck out 6, walked 4, but no hits. Wow, that was big. All right, so there you go. Horse Feathers 11, Manchester 0. So Horse Feathers win that series 3-1 over Manchester in that 4-game series we just saw. And that brings them back within 2.5 of Manchester. Canada at Vegas. Vegas with a big win, 6-2 over Canada. David's probably dancing right now because Vegas won. Amazing at Carpathian. And Amazing goes down. So we have a dead tie here in the water division between Amazing and Tampa Bay. But we are going to check one quick thing here. Let's let this refresh. Yes, Chico's does officially win their division. All other teams in this division has been eliminated. So Chico's the second team in the league to lock up their division. But we've got a couple of still great races going on here, and we're going to keep going to try and see how this plays out. So we moved to September 21st, and we will see what happens between Deerfield Beach and Canada. And Canada wins 8-2. San Fran at D-Gens. San Fran beats D-Gens 5-4. Amazing at Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan takes a win 7-3. Cleveland at Lehigh. Lehigh with a big win over Cleveland 11-5. Vegas at Florence. Vegas goes down to Florence 5-4. Hadley Lake at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay beats Hadley Lake 7-2. Fred's at Des Moines. Des Moines 4-2 over the Freds. So those two continue to battle out for second place in the fire division, looking to see who's going to get the better draft pick. They just want to see who can get the better draft pick over the other. St. Pete, Carpathian with a big win at St. Pete, 7-1. Rod Crew goes 3 for 5 with 2 stolen bases. And double header here, St. Pete at Carpathian. And Carpathian wins again, 3-2. So Carpathian takes the double header, both games in that double header. Sewell wins his 9th of the season. Sosa loses his 4th. And we move on to the 22nd. And give me 1 second here to look. All right, let's see. So Tampa Bay now has a 1-game lead over Amazing in that division. And we still got a pretty tight race here. I'd like to get Jamie, why don't you pop on here and we'll run the Hadley Lake at Tampa Bay game because that's a big game here. You'll need the win to try and stay in the lead. And while we get to that game, we'll continue to auto play some other teams. Long Island at Horse Feathers. Oh, that was not needed. Long Island beat Horse Feathers 9-3. That's going to hurt a little bit for the Horse Feathers. Deerfield Beach at Canada. Canada crushes Deerfield Beach 19-0, but we're not going to look at that box score because it was Canada. San Fran at D-Gens. D-Gens beats San Fran 5-1. T-Ville at Chico's. Chico's with another big win, 9-1. Chico's has a chance to hit 100 wins, but they'd have to win all the games out. Here's another big game. Manchester at Berlin. Manchester, huge win over Berlin. Whitey Ford with his 17th win of the season. Guidry with his 12th loss. 9-1 over Berlin. I'm sure MV is feeling good about that one. Amazing at Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan beats Amazing 5-4. Jamie, are you still around? I'd like to see you come in and we can play your game against Hadley Lake. Cleveland at Lehigh. Cleveland 11-7 over Lehigh. Vegas at Florence again. And Vegas goes down to Florence again. So Vegas can't seem to get a win against Florence, who is at the bottom of that division. So we're going to go ahead and start playing this Hadley Lake at Tampa Bay and see how this game goes. Jamie, if you're in, just click the link and come on in. I'll let you in here. In the meantime, let's go to manager preferences and make sure everybody's lineups are proper. I can click here. All right. That looks good. And that looks good. Oh, no. Well, you know what? We'll just let the computer fill that one in then. All right. So we're going to have to go with that unless Jamie's around. Still waiting. I guess Jamie's not around anymore. So we're going to move on to this game. All right, we're here at Memorial Coliseum for tonight's game. Tampa Bay has won 5 straight, so they're on a good winning streak here. They won 8 of their last 10. Mort Cooper will take the mound for Hadley Lake. He's made 28 starts. He's 18-11 on the season with an ERA of 2.63. This is his second start against Tampa Bay. He's 1-0 with a 2 ERA against Tampa. He'll be opposed by Tim Lincecum for Tampa Bay. He's made 28 starts on the year and is 14-10 with an ERA of 3.66. This is his 4th start against Hadley Lake. He's 1-1 with a 4.8 ERA. It's 79 degrees and it looks like winds are calm. Let's take a look at the lineup. So leading off will be Willie Keeler. Robin Yount will be batting second. Third batter, George Brett. In cleanup is right fielder Roger Maris. Fifth spot goes to Yogi Berra. He'll be followed by Amos Otis. Then Harry Davis in the seventh spot. In the eighth spot goes to Hal McRae. And the last batter of the lineup goes to Frank White. We go over to Tampa Bay defense. We have Wally Moon in left field, Larry Heisel in center field, Randy Wynn in right field, Mark Teixeira will be on first, second baseman Bobby Grich, shortstop Maury Willis. At third is Brian Roberts. Behind the plate catching is Johnny Roseboro. And on the mound is Tim Lincecum, excuse me. He's got a 3.66 ERA, 2.53 average against him. He's given up 71 earned runs off 168 hits. He struck out 163 so far this season with 71 walks. On we go to the game. Oh, and I believe, MV wants to join us. Hello, MV.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
How you doing? Hello, Clue.
You get a little antsy there. It's getting close on your games.
Definitely. I think.
Hey, MV. I hear the animosity in your voice.
Lincecum strikes
Oh,
out Keeler. Yeah, it's an interesting race in that. Yount steps up to the plate. Yount with a big hit. This is going to get into center field, so he's going to get a single. That brings up Brett for the at bat. He's batting at 218 with 40 RBIs. The pitch. This is a grounder to Teixeira at first. He shoots over to second. Wills will catch that one for the out to get the lead runner out, but unable to make the double play. And I'm gonna apologize now. Both teams are blue, so I'm gonna make about 15 mistakes of whose team is up, and I'm just gonna go and apologize for that now because colors are too close together. But yeah, Hadley Lake with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. He throws over to first. Brett gets back safely. Maris is at the plate. Maris is batting 280 this season. He's been around the league a little bit this year, I think, right? Who's had him? I know Clue's had him at one point.
Clue's had everybody.
Clue's had every. Again, you just assume they went through the horse feathers at one point. Maris facing an 0-1 count. Oh, a hard shot to right field. Wynn gives chase. He's just going to watch this one go way over his head. Maris with a 2 RBI home run deep into right field. 341 footer. That's his 48th home run of the season. And Hadley Lake takes a 2-0 lead over Tampa, who really needs a win to continue to stay over Amazing. Era with a hit into center field. Center field. Heisel will come up and get that one. So Bear with a single today. Otis comes in batting 304, 76 RBIs. The pitch. This is a deep fly ball to right field, but Wynn gets under that one for the third out. 2 runs off of 3 hits. We go to the bottom of bottom of 1. Let's take a look at the lineup. Leadoff batter is Brian Roberts. Batting second will be Maury Willis. Mark Teixeira batting third. Wally Moon will be batting in the cleanup spot. Larry Heisel in the 5th spot. Batting number 6 is Randy Wynn. Number 7 is Johnny Roseboro. In the 8th spot is Don Baylor. And in the 9th spot, second baseman Bobby Grich. And we go to the Hadley Lake defense, where we'll see Hal McRae in left field, Amos Otis in center field, Roger Maris in right field. First baseman is Harry Davis, Frank White at second, Robin Yount is shortstop. The third baseman is George Brett, Yogi Berra, of course, catching. And on the mound is Mort Cooper. He's got a 2.63 ERA, 2.46 average against him, and he's allowed 69 earned runs off of 221 hits. He's also struck out 108 and given a free walk to 55 people. So we go to Roberts, who's batting 292. So MV, what do you got? And Clue, what do you guys think? Who's going to win that division? It's getting pretty tight over there.
Very tight.
Oh,
Um,
a throwing error by Robin Yount. What do you think?
my favorite's probably the Dodgers, Jamie's team. But it's close. It's even.
It's wow, that horse feather's beating you 3 out of those 4 games. Definitely closed that spot up, that division up a little bit. So
Yeah, I think we're
that was
still.
a great
Oh, you're talking about
series.
the Earth division. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm talking about your division.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I think we still play each other. I think.
yeah. We both have a 3-game series next week.
Last week.
I think you and Berlin both play Dallas.
Yeah.
Left to go. I play Long Island and Hagerstown. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's tight. I think one of the teams not in the race is going to wind up deciding this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dallas probably.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tampa went down with no runs off of 1 hit, and we'll get on with this game. So we go to the top of 2. We're going to see batters number 7, 8, 9 for Hadley Lake. Davis comes in with a 285 average. Yeah, I think you got a well, you're playing a series right now against Berlin, so that's going to be, you already beat him that 1 game, but yeah, these next 2 are going to be very important. There's a big hit from Davis. That again, left field. Moon will get under that for the first out.
If we can come out of that series with 1 win, I'll be happy.
Well, you've already got that.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just
so
a
now you just
2-game
got to
series.
you got to get. Is it a 2-game series?
It is. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then neither of us face Berlin again the rest of the year. So
Thank God.
yeah, thank God.
Oh, we had a rain delay. We
Uh-oh.
just come back, a 53-minute rain delay, but looks like Lincecum is going to stay on the mound. Goes over to first. McRae gets back to Frank White, who's batting 208 this season. And he gets walked. So after the rain delay, Lincecum walks his first batter. And I swear I turned this announcement off. But all right, Keeler steps up to the plate. He's 315 this season. It's the top of the lineup for Hadley Lake. He's got 40 RBIs with runners on first and second and only 1 out. Pitch from Lincecum. This is going to get to Wills at short. He's going to throw to first, but in time. He gets him just in time. Bang, bang, play. Down go, or that gives a second out rather to Hadley Lake. And we have runners at second and third with 2 outs. That brings Robin Yount to the plate, who's batting 219 this season. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This is going to get down into center right field. That brings in 2 RBI. So a 2 RBI single for Yount. And Hadley Lake is now leading the Deluge Dodgers 4-0. It's 2 outs. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Oh, he throws over to first. Yount gets back. Still takes a big lead at first. Brett's waiting for the pitch. There goes Yount. Here's the throw for Moseboro. He gets under the tag for his 15th stolen base of the season. Brett with a 0-1 pitch. And this is a dribbler down to shortstop. Wills picks that up, throws over to Sheriff for the 3rd out. So they get 2 runs off of 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of 2 with the Tampa Bay trailing Hadley Lake 4-0.
Congratulations, Bosco, by the way.
What's that?
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That was a big win there. Now if I can let's hope I can make some noise in the playoffs. Over to first, and Wynn gets back. Doesn't look to scare him because he's got a big lead. He's gonna Cooper facing Roseboro here. Roseboro with a 2.35 ERA and 13 home runs, 54 RBIs. trying to get back in this game. Here's the pitch. This is a high fly ball to center field. Otis running back to the wall. He makes the grab at the warning track. Wynn has to retreat to first. So 1 out for Tampa. That brings in Don Baylor, who's batting .227 this season, has 88 RBIs. Wynn still at first with a big lead. 1 out from Cooper. Oh, this is a wild pitch, but Wynn does not advance off of it. Berra able to corral that one in time to keep Wynn on first. So Baylor facing a 1-0 count from Cooper. Wynn takes off. The throw from Berra. Wynn gets under the tag for his 8th stolen base of the season. So Tampa has a runner at second with 1 out. Baylor still at the plate with a 1-1 count. Cooper delivers. Fly ball left field. This looks like it's going to keep. No, McRae makes the catch at the wall. Wynn runs back to second, tags up, advances to third base. But what a loud out there by Tampa. That puts them with 2 outs, a man on third, still down by 4. Up comes Bobby Grich. He's batting .214 on the season, looking to get RBI here to try and get the Tampa back into this game. It looks like he's taken off already. Yount gets a grounder, throws over to first. That's the 3rd out. Down goes Tampa. We go to top of 3. Tampa still trailing 4-0. We will see Roger Maris, Yogi Berra, and Otis all coming up to bat for the Hammers. Maris is 1 for 1 today from Lincecum. Big fly ball to right field. Wynn gives chase, and he catches that in the right corner near the track for the 1st out. Yogi Berra is also 1 for 1 today. Here's the pitch. And he strikes Yogi Berra out. So that's 2 outs now for the Hammers. Tampa faces, Lincecum for Tampa faces Otis. Otis is 0 for 1. Pitch. And Otis gets a free pass from Lincecum. So with a runner on first and 2 outs, already up by 4, Davis steps up to the plate. Otis has 32 steals this season so far. We'll see if he tries to make it 33. Lincecum fires to first. Otis gets back safely. Lincecum delivers. There goes Otis. Roseboro to second. Grich makes the grab. Otis under the tag. Stolen base number 33. Amos Otis, 33 stolen bases on the season. He's on second. He's taken another big lead off of second. The 0-1 count to Davis. This is going to be a foul ball down right first base line into the stands. So Davis gets another shot at this with a runner at second. He's facing an 0-2 count. Lincecum delivers. This is a grounder to Wills at short. Oh, it gets past Willis at short into left field. That Otis rounds the base and he makes it home. So an RBI single for Davis to put Hadley Lake up by another run. That brings up Hal McRae, who's 1 for 1 today. And he strikes him out. So a huge strikeout there for Tampa, but they still trail 5-0. Hadley Lake with 1 run off of 1 hit, no errors. Up by 5. We go to the bottom of 3. We'll see batters 1, 2, 3. Here comes Brian Roberts, 0 for 1. It's the high fly ball to right field. Maris over Maris's head. That's off the wall. Roberts rounds first, gets a stand-up double, his number 45 of the season. So Tampa trying to show some life here in the bottom of 3 to see if they can get a run back. In desperate need of closing this gap up before the game gets too old. Pitch to Wills. This will get to Yount at short. He'll throw over to Davis. That's the 1st out. Roberts cannot advance to third. And we have an injury. Maury Wills, Maury Wills, injured and out of the game. So they'll have to find a replacement for him when they take the field. Mark Teixeira steps up. He's 1 for 1 today. The pitch to Teixeira. A hard liner to White at second, who has to make a leaping catch to grab that one. Great play, number 22, given to Frank White for the season. And now, after that big double, leadoff double, Tampa facing 2 outs, with that runner still stranded on second. Up comes Wally Moon. Here's the pitch to Moon. This is going to get over second base into center field, but Roberts does not round the corner. He stays at third. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. That brings up Larry Heisel, who's 0 for 1 today. Tampa desperately need to get up some kind of run on the board. And this is a big fly ball to center field, but Otis runs back, makes the catch. That's 3. And Vizquel will come in at shortstop for Tampa. And Stan Williams is coming in to pitch. Stan Williams will step into on the mound. He's with a 6.36 ERA and a 3.09 average against him. Here's the pitch to White. Vizquel will come up. Hig makes the grab. He throws this to Share at first. That's the first out. Up comes Willie Keeler, who's 0 for 2. Williams to Keeler. This is a big liner to Gritch at second. That's the second out. And that brings up Robin Yount. Robin Yount is 2 for 2 today. He lined a single in the first and then grounded a single in the second. So here in the top of 4, Yount gets walked this time. So with 2 outs, the Hammers have a runner on first. Brett comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. From Williams. High fly ball to Win in right field. He gets under that with no problem. That's the third out. We go to the bottom of 4. No runs, no hits, no errors. We will see batters number 6, 7, 8 for Tampa. Win up to the plate with a 3.09 average this season. He was walked in the second. And this is a grounder to White at second, who shoots over to Davis for the first out. That brings up Johnny Roseboro. He's 0 for 1 today. From Cooper. High fly ball. Oh, I'm sorry. This was a grounder to Yount. Boy, that scoreboard looked funny to me, the way that did that, chalkboard, the way that did that. But he makes the throw to first for the second out. Don Baylor comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. From Cooper. This is a big fly ball to center field. Otis runs to his right. He gets under that for the third out. We go to the top of 5. The Hadley League Hammer still leading the Tampa Bay Deluge Dodgers 5-0. We will see Maris followed by Berra and then Otis. Maris 1 for 2 today. Williams delivers. And he strikes Maris out. Gets him swinging. Yogi Berra steps into the plate. Yogi Berra 1 for 2 today. There's a pitch from Williams. Deep fly ball to right field. Wynn gets under that one, and that's 2. That brings up Amos Otis. Amos Otis is 0 for 1. He got walked back in the third. The pitch from Williams. And he strikes him out. So 2 big strikeouts that inning. That takes us to the bottom of 5. We'll see bottom of the lineup, Gritch, followed back, wraps back around to the top of the lineup, Roberts and Vizquel. Gritch is 0 for 1. From Cooper. Oh, this is a hard shot down left field line, all the way to the wall. Gritch around first. McRae gives chase to the ball. He gets to 2 stand-up double. They charge a poor play off of Brett. He wasn't able to get to that ball. Got by him. That's double number 14 for Gritch. So once again, Tampa Bay with a leadoff double. Needs something desperately here to get back into this game. Brian Roberts comes in. He's 1 for 2. Cooper delivers. And he gets a free pass. So on a 3-0 count, Roberts shows a lot of patience at the plate and gets the walk. Tampa with runners on first and second. Brings in Omar Vizquel, who came in due to an injury. He is batting a .233 average this season with 2 RBIs. He's had 60 at-bats and 14 hits. Berra goes out to calm Cooper down. Here's the 1-2 count. Vizquel, back to the mound. Cooper will turn and throw that one to second, but unable to turn a double play, puts runners on the corners with 1 out. Nice play by Cooper off the mound to make that play, but they were unable to turn 2. So Gritch stands at third. Visquel stands at first. Teixeira comes up. He is 1 for 2 today. He lined to second in his third, but he grounded a single back in the first. Looking to make some kind of score happen here for Tampa. And this is just a grounder to Davis at first, who shoots over to Yount at second. But Yount is unable to turn the double play, so that'll bring Gritch home. So Tampa finally gets their first run of the game here in the bottom of 5, still trailing by 4. And Mark Teixeira gets on first off a fielder's choice, and he'll stand there and wait for Wally Moon, who comes up to the plate to try and move him around. Wally Moon is 1 for 2. 2-0 pitch, and this will get into center field. Teixeira advances to second. Teixeira rounds second, and he's going to make it all the way to third. So Wally Moon gets a single and moves Teixeira from first to third. So Tampa still trying to show a little life here with 2 outs. That brings up Larry Heisel. He's got runners on first and third. Looking to make something happen to get another RBI in here. And a high fly ball to center field. Otis runs back, makes the grab. That's the 3rd out. Down go Tampa. But they do get 1 run off of 2 hits. And they are now trailing by 4 as we move into the top of 6. We will see Davis, followed by McRae and White, all up to bat for the Hammers. That's batters 7, 8, 9. Davis is 1 for 2. Williams delivers, and he gets struck out. So a huge strikeout for Williams for Tampa. They need to get this half inning over as quickly as possible without giving up any more runs and try and get back up to bat and score something. McRae with a hot shot to third base. Roberts picks that up. He fires it to Teixeira. It's a close one. Oh, they're going to give Roberts an error on the throw there. Teixeira unable to scoop that one out of the dirt. McRae makes it to first off that error. So with 1 out, we have Frank White up to the plate and a runner on first. Hey, Carlos, welcome. All right, Williams faces off against Frank White. Here's the pitch. Oh, he throws over to first, and McRae gets back. No problem. So McRae still takes a small lead off of first. Williams to White. And this is a high fly ball to left field. Oh, this is going deep, but Moon makes the grab at the wall. McRae has to retreat back to 1, unable to advance. Hammers have 2 outs now. Runner on first. Up steps Willie Keeler, who's 0 for 3. Has not been able to do much of anything, even though he's batting .314 this season. Looking for his first hit of the game. This is a grounder to Visquel at second. He'll just pick it up and toss it to Gritch at second. At short, rather. Throw to Gritch at second for the 3rd out. So down go the Hammers. No hits, no runs. And Tampa charged with an error in that last inning. We go to the bottom of 6. We'll see Wynn, Roseboro, and Baylor. Tampa still trying to close the gap here. And gets the grounder to Yount. Yount picks that up, throws it over to first. That's 1 out. Roseboro comes up. He's 0 for 2. Oh, this goes straight up the chute. Yogi Berra, he's underneath that. He makes the catch. Makes a fantastic play after throwing his mask off. That's his first great play of the season for Yogi Berra. And it comes when they're up by 4. Here comes Don Baylor. He's 0 for 2. Looking for his first hit in the game. And this will get down. Oh, Davis makes a stop. He picks it up. He runs to the bag himself. He gets the unassisted out. We go to the top of 7. We will see batters number 2, 3, and 4 for the Hammers. And Yount will lead us off. He is 2 for 2 today. He lined a single in the first and then grounded a single in the second, and then it was walked in the 4th. Yount. This is a deep fly ball to Heisel at center. Heisel runs back, makes the just shy of the track. That's out number 1. George Brett comes up to the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-2 count. This is a deep fly ball to left field. Moon at the track. So 2 big fly balls from the Hammers here. Both caught. and 2 outs. So that brings up Roger Maris. Roger Maris, 48 home runs this season. He is 1 for 3. Pitch to Maris. This is going to get down into right field. Wynn will come up and grab that one. Maris gets credited with a single. He'll stand at first while Yogi Berra, who's 1 for 3 today, comes up to the plate. Berra. And this is a grounder to Roberts at third. He'll pick this up. Shoot over to Teixeira at first. That's the third out. Down go the Hammers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
You still there, Buckshot?
I'm doing my 7th inning stretch. Keep us going there, MV, for a minute. Talk about something.
I can't hear it, but
It's the 7th inning stretch. He's doing his stretch. This is the second game, so
right.
my
Bit
goodness.
of an upset going on here, I think, happening late. And
Yep.
Down the Dodgers here. Dodgers need to win to stay atop their division, at least in tie first place. You know, are they suffering a blowout tire down the stretch? We don't know.
With helpers like MV, it's going to be a long season. All right, here we go. We go to the bottom of 3. We'll see Gritch followed by Roberts and Vizquel. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This will get to Yount at short. He throws over to first. That's the first out.
Apparently, there's no game sounds, apparently.
What's that, MV?
There are no game sounds. You can't hear the ball or anything.
You're not hearing the game sounds?
No, that's why I couldn't tell it was a stretch.
No, I don't either.
Oh, wow. That's weird. All right, well. I thought the music was playing. Maybe I'll have to turn it up before the next game. All right, Cooper to Vizquel. Oh, that's a hard. Oh, hard liner to Davis, who makes a fantastic diving catch on that one. He left his feet to get that. That's great play number 3 by Harry Davis. So unfortunately, Tampa goes down with no runs and no hits. And we go to the top of 8. Hadley Lake Hammer still leading the Deluge Dodgers 5-1. We will see Otis followed by Davis and then McRae. Otis is 0 for 2. Williams still on the mound. Here's a hit to short. Oh, a beautiful play at short. He throws over to Teixeira. Diving play, throws from his knees deep in the hole there. That's great play number 4. Davis comes in. He's 1 for 3. Williams with 66 pitches stays on the mound. Pitch to Davis. It's a grounder Vizquel again, who makes another play over to first, and that's 2. So Vizquel with 2 plays to get 2 outs so far this inning. Here comes McRae. This is hit back to the mound. Williams will feel that when he throws. Oh, no. Stan Williams makes an error on the throw to first, allowing McRae to get on the bag. So McRae stands on first with Frank White up to bat. He is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from up. Roseberg goes out to speak to Williams, calms him down. Here's the pitch from Williams. Oh, it's a wild pitch. Roseboro unable to corral that in time. McRae will advance to second. And now Williams showing a little bit of sign of fatigue on the mound. But looks like the manager is not going to replace him just yet with 2 outs. And he strikes for it out. So it looked like he was getting tired, but he was able to strike him out to end that half of the inning. We go to the bottom of 8. No runs off of no hits. But there was one error that put that runner on base. We will see Teixeira followed by Moon and then Heisel. Here in the bottom of 8, Tampa looking to make up 4 runs before the end of the game. The pitch, Teixeira to Yount at short. Yount to first, and 1 down. Moon is 2 for 3. He gets the pitch from Cooper. This is a hot shot. This also goes to Yount. Yount picks this one up and throws over to first. Davis makes the grab. That's 2 outs. Cooper still on the mound with 102 pitches under his belt. He's going to face off against Larry Heisel, who's over 3. And in comes Willie Davis to pinch hit. So the righty versus the lefty. Davis hits to Yount. So Yount with all 3 plays in this inning. Over to Davis. That's 3 down. Tampa goes down 1, 2, 3. No runs and no hits. We go to the top of 9. Tampa is trailing 5-1 behind the Hammers. And Tampa needs to make something happen this inning. So Williams is still on the mound. He's looking a little tired. Keeler comes up to the plate. And in comes Sergio Romo to pitch. Sergio Romo steps in with a 5.60 ERA, 190 batting average against him. He's allowed 11 earned runs off of 12 hits, walked 5 and struck out 9 so far this season. From Romo, this will get to Vizquel. Vizquel makes another play, and he gets it over to Scher at first for the first out. So the shortstops are seeing a lot of action here in the last couple innings. Yount comes in. He's 2 for 3. Here's the pitch from Romo to Yount. This is a big, deep fly ball to right field. Wooden runs back to his right to get that one. That's out number 2. That brings up George Brett, who's 0 for 4. He has done absolutely nothing in this game. Romo to Brett, 2-1 count. It's a big high fly ball to right field, but that's going to get fouled into the stands. So he'll get another shot at that. So Brett facing a 2-2 pitch. Romo delivers. And he gets the walk off the 2-2 count. Brett shows a little patience, and he gets the free pass. So Tampa, trying to get out of this inning with 2 outs, just gives up a free walk to Brett. Puts a runner on first, and in comes Roger Maris. Brett with 24 steals this season. He's going to take a lead. A pitch from Romo. And he strikes Maris out. What a huge strikeout there to end that top half of that ninth inning. And we go to the bottom of 9. Tampa with only 3 outs left to try and tie this game up. We will see Wynn, followed by Roseboro, and then Baylor for Tampa. Wynn is 0 for 2, looking for his first hit in the game to try and get this rally started. This goes up to second base. White makes the play. He shoots over to first. That's out number 1. Tampa with the first out. And we now see Johnny Roseboro step up to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Once again, the bats are not coming alive from the bottom half of this lineup. Tampa really needs to get some production here out of this. Oh, Maris makes a fantastic grab in foul territory, steals that one out of the stands. That's out number 2. So Tampa with only 1 out left to try and make something happen. In comes Don Baylor. He is also 0 for 3. Just no production at all from batters 5, 6, 7, and 8 at all today. That killed, I think, Tampa. Frank Howard will come in to pinch hit. See if he can get something going here. And that's a grounder to Brett. Brett will shoot to first. Davis makes that grab. That's the 3rd out. Tampa goes down 5-1 to Hadley Lake. And that was not what Tampa was looking for, with a small lead over the amazing Kitsoons. We look at the score. Tampa with only 5 hits. Again, no hits from batters 5 through 8. That hurts. The Hammers have 7 hits. Cooper goes the distance. No strikeouts, only 2 walks. But he goes the entire game and only gives up 1 run. That takes us on to the rest of the games for today. So Fred's at Des Moines. Des Moines 4, Fred's 3. St. Pete at Carpathian. Carpathian 12, St. Pete 5. Carpathian coming alive here at the end of the season. Long Island Horse Feathers. Oh, and the Horse Feathers drop another one to Long Island, 6-0. Wow. A shutout for Long Island. And St. Pete goes to Carpathian for the doubleheader. And this time St. Pete takes the game 4-2 over Carpathian.
This is close.
So we move on to Saturday, the 23rd of September. Let's take a quick look at the standings in the divisions that are tight. Tampa with a 1-game lead over Amazing. Manchester with a 2.5 game over Berlin. Horse Feathers falls back by 4 after the last 2 losses. So here we go. We are Saturday, the 23rd.
Berlin have to win this
And
one.
we are going to, let's see. Oh, well, I guess we could let's do this Manchester Berlin game.
Oh,
That's probably going to
God,
be the
no.
most, what's that?
I was just laughing. I'm God, no.
Uh,
My
so
heart
we'll
can't
do it.
take
That's
this.
going to be our last live game of the day, but that's an important one. So I think everybody kind of wants to see what's going to happen there. Hagerstown beats Dallas 4-3. Go to the earlier games first. Freds with a big win over Des Moines 8-1. The second game of the day in the doubleheader, Hagerstown takes that win as well, 9-3. St. Peter Carpathian with another win over St. Pete, 5-4. That's a 10-inning win, by the way. That game goes extra innings. Oh, the first game in Dallas at Hagerstown was also a extra inning game. Canada destroys Deerfield Beach 9-0. Larry with his 15th win of the season. Pujols goes 3 for 5 with a home run and 2 doubles. I'm sorry, a double. San Fran at D-Gens. D-Gens 6, San Fran 4. T-Ville at Chico's. And T-Ville takes Chico's 2-1. Borey gets his 8th loss of the season. Johnson with only his 4th win of the season gives him a record of 4-18. And on we go to the last live game of the week, Manchester at Berlin. All right, and
Definitely do not want Riesling.
all right, is your lineup correct, sir?
I think so. Yeah, go to what you normally do. Manage the preferences. Yeah. And there it is. Press this right, number 1 lineup. That's
All
it.
right,
Yeah.
and we're going to check Berlin's as well. We do not want to make any mistakes on this. This is a very important game, so
I won't manage my team because I think it'll be unfair.
it should be lineup O for him. Okay, so on we go.
I'm not sure why it's choosing Riesling, but
You guys are not hearing that music?
Nope. Silent.
Huh. Hey, Jamie, we were looking for you in your game. I guess you weren't around to jump into the broadcast to give us your to help us manage your team, but yeah, it wasn't a good one for you. All right. Welcome to No Name. That's interesting. Manchester will take on the White Sox. Doc Riesling will start for Manchester. He's 5 starts on the year and is 3-1 with an ERA of 4.89. It's his second start against Berlin. He's 1-0 against Berlin with a 3.60 ERA. He's going to be opposed by Jack Kramer for Berlin, who's made 32 starts this year. He's 21-4 with a 2.62 ERA. It's his 4th start against Manchester. He's 2-1 against Man with a 2.08 ERA. Berlin second baseman Bobby Dorr is riding a 10-game hitting streak. It's 70 degrees with a wind speed of 6 miles per hour out to right center field. So we may see some deep balls. And off we go. I don't know why it says No Name Stadium. That is really odd. Yeah, very strange. But we're going to go ahead and go with this. All right. For the Manchester Red Bolts, we have leading off second baseman Ian Kinsler. Jeff Heath will be batting second. Mickey Mantle, third. Fourth batter, Stan Musial. Kevin Youkilis batting fifth. Jermaine Dye will be batting sixth. Cleet Boyer will be batting seventh. In the 8th spot, Elston Howard. And rounding out the lineup, Ozzie Smith. For the Berlin defense, we have Al Smith in left field, Jim Landis in center field, Floyd Robinson is in right field, Roy Seaver stands on first, Bobby Dorr at second. Shortstop goes to Luis Aparicio. Third baseman Greg Nettles. Behind the plate catching tonight is Sherm Lawler. And on the mound is Jack Kramer. Jack Kramer with the 32 starts, 288 and a third innings pitched. He's allowed 240 hits, but only 84 of those were earned runs. 72 walks, 171 strikeouts so far this season, and only allowed 15 home runs. He's also got a 2.62 ERA and a 2.25 batting average against him. So, man, facing a tough pitcher here with a small lead over Berlin as we go to the game. In steps Ian Kinsler. He's batting 268 this season. He looks for the pitch from Kramer. 1-1 count. He hits a grounder to Nettles at third. He'll shoot over to Suvers at first. And that's the first out. In steps Jeff Heath. Jeff Heath is batting 255 this season. Here's the 1-1 count. This is a high fly ball to center field. Landis runs back. He'll make the grab. That's 2 down. And up comes Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle with a 309 average. And 41 home runs so far this season. Kramer delivers to Mantle. And he strikes him out. A big strikeout against Mickey Mantle there. As we go to the bottom of first, nothing across, no runs, no hits, no errors. So let's take a look at the lineup for Berlin. Berlin leading off would be Jim Landis. He'll be followed by Floyd Robinson. The third spot goes to Bobby Dorr. Greg Nettles will be batting cleanup. Al Smith in the five spot. The sixth batter, Roy Seavers. He'll be followed by designated hitter Reggie Jackson. Sherm Lawler will get the 8th spot. And in the final spot in the lineup goes to Luis Aparicio. For the Manchester defense, we have Jeff Heath in left field. We have Mickey Mantle in center field. Jermaine Dye in right field. Kevin Youkilis is on first. Ian Kinsler will be the second baseman tonight. Ozzie Smith is shortstop. At third, we have Clete Boyer. Elston Howard will be catching behind the plate. And Doc Riesling will be on the mound. He's got 5 games started, 35 innings pitched. He's allowed 4 home runs, 19 earned runs. He's walked 18, only struck out 17. He's got a 4.89 ERA and a 2.90 batting average against him.
Buckshot.
Yes, sir.
According to Bernie and Beatles, in the bottom right-hand corner, there is a slider at the bottom right-hand little share window that says share audio.
Yeah, I had that hit.
Okay. I don't use StreamYard, so I have no idea. We don't mind hearing your dual sense.
But everybody can, they can hear me, just not hear this. They can't.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me, right? Just not the sound of the game.
That's correct.
All right. Well, I apologize, Bernie, but I am not singing the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. So we'll just have to pretend that the music's broken today. All right. Riesling is on the mound. He's going to face off the lead batter, Jim Landis, who's batting 281 this season. And the C button didn't work there, so we'll do that. All right. Here's the delivery. And this is going to get into right field. So Landis rounds first, stretches it out to a double, his 23rd double of the season. Big hit to lead off the inning. That brings up Floyd Robinson, who's batting 263 this season. He's got 61 RBIs with a runner on second. Doc delivers to Robinson. This is a little grounder. Oh, past the mound. Kinsler will come over and make the play to Youkilis for the first out, but Landis makes it to third. So Bobby Dorr comes in, batting 325 this season and 49 RBIs with a man right there at third base and only 1 out. Looking to get him across the plate for the first score. It's a high, deep fly ball to left field. Heath will make the catch. Landis will tag. He's off, and there's no throw. Berlin gets their first run. That was an RBI sac fly. That brings up Greg Nettles. He's batting fourth in the lineup. He's got a 240 average this season. He takes the pitch from Riesling. This is another deep fly ball to left field. Heath will get back to the track on this one and make the catch for the third out. So Berlin with 1 hit and 1 run take the lead here in the bottom of first. 1 out, 1-0. We go to the top of 2 where we'll see Stan Musial followed by Euclid and then Dye. Musial batting 279 this season and 18 home runs. Pitch from Kramer. This is a big fly ball to right field. Robinson to the foul line in the corner makes the catch. That's 1 out. Euclid steps up. He's 287 this season. 7 home runs. Euclid swings. Big deep fly ball. High center field. This is over the wall in center field. Euclid with a solo shot home run here in the top of 2. 385 feet. Home run number 28. That was right over dead center. Huge hit. So Manchester comes back, ties up the game here in the top of 2 with 1 out. That brings up Jermaine Dye. 272 average and 15 home runs. Kramer delivers a Dye, and he strikes him out. So after giving up the solo shot home run, Kramer strikes out Dye. Cleet Boyer comes up. He's 213 this season. Pitch from Kramer. And he strikes him out. So after the solo shot home run, he comes up and strikes out the next 2 to get them out of the inning, but not before that solo shot home run by Euclid to tie the game up. 1 hit off of 1 run off of 1 hit, a big hit at that. We go to the bottom of 2 where we're going to see batters 5, 6, 7. That's Smith, Severs, and Jackson. Smith is 247 this season. Doc Riesling delivers to Smith. This is a grounder to Ozzie Smith at short. He throws over to Euclid. That's the first out. Roy Severs comes up to the plate, batting 232. He digs in, waits for the pitch. This is a big shot to right field. This is going to go foul into the stands. So Severs will get another shot at this one, facing the 2-2 count from Riesling, who delivers. A little dribbler. Riesling runs over Euclid to make the grab. Riesling covering the bag. That's out number 2.
Come on, Doc.
Reggie Jackson up to the plate. He's only batting 206 this season, so his average is well below where it should be. He does have 18 home runs. Jackson. And he strikes Jackson out. So Berlin goes down 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, and there were no errors for Manchester Red Bolts in that inning. We go to the top of 3 with Howard leading us off, followed by Smith. We wrap back around to Kinsler in the top of the order. Howard, a whopping 322 batting average this season with 19 home runs. He digs in. Here's the delivery from Kramer. This will be a grounder to Nettles at third. He shoots over to Severs at first. That's out number 1. Bringing Ozzie Smith up to the bat. Ozzie Smith batting 224. He batting 9th in the lineup. Pitch from Kramer. Oh, he bunts it. Ozzie Smith with a bunt hit makes it. Nettles has to come up field, but nowhere near in time. Smith safe off that bunt. Credits him with a base hit. So Manchester with a runner on first. We go to the top of their lineup, and in comes Ian Kinsler, who's 0 for 1 so far. Ozzie Smith taking a nice lead off of first. And there goes Ozzie Smith, but it's a hit and run. Kinsler to shortstop. Aparicio picks it up, doesn't have to play at second, has to throw to first for the second out. Ozzie Smith advances to 2. So that brings up Jeff Heath. Jeff Heath 0 for 1. Ozzie Smith standing on second, 2 outs. Last one was a hit and run by Manchester. Oh, and he strikes him out. So down goes Manchester with no runs off of 1 hit. Berlin gets out of that inning. We go to the bottom of 3. We will see Lawler, Aparicio, and Landis. Lawler comes into the game batting 263. Here's the pitch from Doc Riesling. And he plunks Lawler to put him on first. So Lawler with a hit gets hit by the pitch. And with no outs, we have a runner on first with Luis Aparicio coming up to bat. He's 244 this season and 43 RBIs. Lawler does not appear to be a threat to steal. This is a grounder to Kinsler at second. He'll pick that up and shoot it over to Ozzie Smith, who covers the plate of the bag, but cannot turn two in time. Aparicio with a fielder's choice. He's now standing on first, but Berlin facing one out. Landis comes in as the top of the order now for Berlin. Landis is 1 for 1 so far in this game. He doubled down the right field line his first at bat. Aparicio takes a huge lead at first base. Here's the pitch. There goes Aparicio. Howard's not even going to attempt the throw. They're just going to let him have the bag. That's stolen bag number 40 for Aparicio. So Berlin with a runner on second. Landis at the plate. It's a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. And they strike him out. So Doc Riesling fights his way back up, starting off 1-0 count, and comes back and strikes him out. So we move on to Floyd Robinson, who's 0 for 1 so far in the game. 2 outs, man on second. Here's the pitch to Floyd Robinson. And this is going to get into right field. It gets down. Aparicio is going to round third. Dye comes up to make the play. He throws home. Oh, nowhere near in time. He easily safe across the plate. So Berlin scores another run here in the bottom of 3 to take a 1-run lead. Robinson standing on first after that RBI single. Doors up to bat. Doors on a 10-game hitting streak. He flied to deep left off a sac fly his last at bat, which allowed the first run for Berlin. There goes Robinson. Dorr with a grounder to Boyer at third. He fires across to Euclid at first, and he gets him for the third out. So we move to the top of 4, but not before Berlin gets 1 hit, 1 run, and leads the Manchester Red Bolts 2-1. Mantle will lead us off for the Red Bolts. He'll face off against Kramer. Kramer with 4 strikeouts already today and no walks. Here's the pitch. This is a grounder to Seaver at first, who makes the grab, but he is not able to get to it in time. In fact, he bobbled it trying to get to the ball. That allows Mantle to reach first. So the Red Bolts, only down by 1, now has a runner on first with no outs. Mantle is a threat to steal. Stan Musial will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far today. From Kramer. High fly ball to right field. Robinson runs to his right. He'll grab that. Mantle retreats to first, where he'll have to stay. And we have 1 out. Euclid comes in 1 for 1. He hit that long solo home run over center field wall. His last at bat with a runner on first. He gets the pitch. And he strikes out. That's the 5th strikeout now for Kramer. So Jack Kramer having a beautiful down the mound. Strikes out 5, and we're only in the top of 4. Jermaine Dye is up to the bat. He's 0 for 1 today. Runner still on first. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Dye with a long fly ball to left field. Smith retreats to the wall to make the grab. That's 3 outs. And we move to the bottom of 4 with Berlin White Sox still leading the Manchester Red Bolts 2-1. For Berlin, we will see Nettles followed by Smith and then Severs. Nettles comes up. He's 0 for 1. Doc Riesling on the mound. He delivers to Nettles and walks him. So Nettles takes the full count and then gets the free pass. So Nettles now on first with no outs. Up comes Al Smith. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded to short his last at bat. Pitch from Riesling. Smith with a grounder to Boyer at third. He shoots to Kinsler at second, but he cannot turn 2 in time. They get the lead runner at 2, but it to first. Off the fielder's choice. So Berlin facing 1 out, has a runner on first, and in comes Roy Severs, who's 0 for 1 so far today. Riesling delivers to Severs. This is a high, deep fly ball to center field. Mantle retreats to the track and catches it at the track. Smith has to retreat to first. Nice play by Mantle to get that second out. Smith has to stay on first, and in comes Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson struck out his last at bat. And here's the pitch to Jackson. This is a grounder to Kinsler at second, who shoots it over to Euclid, and that'll be the third out. So we go to the top of 5. Both teams have 2 hits. However, the White Sox have 2 runs, while Manchester Red Bulls have 1 run. The White Sox have also has an error against them. So we go to the top of 5. We see Boyer, Howard, and Smith. Here's the 2-2 count. And this is a fly ball pop-up. Aparicio moves back deep in shortstop to catch that one for the first out. Up comes Howard. Another 2-2 pitch to Howard. This is a high fly ball to left field. Smith retreats. This is off the wall. Howard turns towards 2. He makes an easy double. That's his 21st double of the season. So Manchester, with 1 out, has a runner on 2, with Ozzie Smith coming up to the plate. Ozzie Smith is 0 for 1 today. Pitch from Kramer. And Smith gets the free pass. So with 1 out, Manchester is with runners on first and second. In comes Ian Kinsler. Ian Kinsler is 0 for 2. He grounded to third, and he grounded to short so far this game. From Kramer. And Kinsler gets plunked. So bases just like that. Manchester has bases loaded with only 1 out. Up comes Jeff Heath. He's 0 for 2, but in a great spot to get this run back for Manchester. Kramer delivers, and this is a liner to Dorr at second, who makes the grab, and nobody can advance off that hit. That's 2 outs, but up comes the very dangerous Mickey Mantle, stepping in with bases loaded and 2 outs. Mickey Mantle is 0 for 2. He struck out in the first and grounded to first in the fourth. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A fly ball to center field. Landis has to run in to grab that one, and he does. So Manchester strands 3 in that inning. 1 hit, 3 base runners left on base. No runs come across. We go to the bottom of 5, where the White Sox continue the lead 2-1 over Manchester Red Bulls. Up for the White Sox, we have batters 8, 9, and then we wrap around to the first batter of the lineup. Here comes Lawler. And this is a grounder to Euclid. He'll pick that up and carry it to the bag himself for a 3 unassisted. Aparicio grounded to second. His last at bat. Here's the pitch from Doc Riesling. This is a fly ball. This is going to get down into left field. Heath will come up and make the play to keep Aparicio on first base. So we're going to see Landis. We go back to the top of the lineup for Berlin. Landis is 1 for 2. Aparicio with a huge lead off of first. And there goes Aparicio for the steal. Howard throws to Kinsler at second, but he's under the tag for stolen base number 41, his second of today. And the White Sox have Aparicio standing on 2 with 1 out. Landis at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He doubled in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. This is a hot shot down the line at third. This is going to get to the wall. Aparicio will round third. Heath giving chase after the ball. Landis gets a stand-up double. He's turning for 3, and Heath just throws it back to the cutoff man. So that's a triple for Jim Landis, an RBI triple here to give another run lead to the White Sox. What a big hit. Now we're going to see Floyd Robinson come up to the plate, batting .264 this season. He is 1 for 2. He grounded to second in the first, but he did single to right in the third. With a runner on 3 and only 1 out. Riesling delivers to Robinson, and he strikes him out. So that's 2 outs now. With a runner stranded, they're still standing there on third. That was a big strikeout there for Doc Riesling. His third of the game. And he's going to face off now against Bobby Dorr. Bobby Dorr, who's 0 for 1. And he still is on that 10-game hitting streak, looking for his first hit in this game to extend that streak. Here's the pitch. And this is going to do it. That gets down into left field between short and third. So Dorr will continue that hitting streak. First single of the day. It's also an RBI as he drives in the runner from third. And the White Sox now leading 4-1 over Manchester. Greg Nettle steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He has a runner on first, facing 2 outs. Here's the off the first pitch from Riesling. He drives this one deep into left field, but a huge play there in the corner in foul territory for the third out. And we go to the top of 6. Berlin scores 2 runs off of 3 hits. The lead is White Sox 4, Manchester 1. For Manchester this inning, we're going to see Musial followed by Euclid and then Dye. Musial is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Musial. This is a fly ball to center field. Landis will come up to grab that one for the first out. Euclid comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Of course, he hit that big solo shot home run. Here's the pitch to Euclid, and Euclid draws the walk. So Euclid stands on first now with 1 out. Manchester looking to get a run back, at least a run back to close this gap up a little bit. In comes Jermaine Dye, who has no hits this game. He's 0 for 2. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Dye. This is a deep fly ball to left field. Smith retreats back. That's off the wall. It's over Smith's head. Euclid rounds 2, makes it to 3. That's double number 20 for Jermaine Dye. Euclid is not able to turn and make it home. But with 1 out, Dye comes up with a big double to put runners on second and third.
James Banner.
And in comes Cleet Boyer. Did you say pinch hitter?
Yes, please. Kimmy Keltner, please.
Ken Keltner?
Yes, please.
All right. So the manager calls for Ken Keltner to come in for pinch hit. He's batting .265 this season. He's got 57 RBIs and 10 home runs. He's got runners on second and third with only 1 out. No chance of a double play, so he could drive a run in here. Here's the pitch. Keltner with a hard hit down the right field line. This is going to get to the wall. Keltner is going to round 1. He drives in 1. Dye rounds 3. He comes in. Keltner to 2, where he holds up for a stand-up double. 2 RBI stand-up double. That's his 36th double of the season. And just like that, Keltner comes in, drives 2 in, and Manchester's only down by 1 here in the top of 6. Elston Howard up to the plate. He's 1 for 2, and his average was a whopping .322 so far this season. So Keltner on second, the pitch to Howard. This is going to make it to Aparicio, who makes a fantastic play at shortstop, throws across receivers. Keltner is able to advance to third, but a fantastic play by Aparicio to get the second out. So Ozzie Smith, with a runner on third and 2 outs, comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 so far today.
I'll change him if I can.
And the manager calling for time to look for a pinch hitter.
Tony Kubek, please.
So Kubek will come in and pinch hit. He's batting .294 on the season. He's got 8 RBIs. And he's looking to get another one here with a runner on third and 2 outs. The pitch from Kramer. Kubek with a fly ball. This is going to get down into right field. Over Dorr's head. Robinson will come up to pick it up, but the game is tied 4-4. And a big RBI single for Kubek. We go to the top of the order. Ian Kinsler comes in. He is 0 for 2 with a runner on first, and the game suddenly all knotted up. The pitch from Kramer. And he walks Kramer. I'm sorry, Kinsler. Kramer walks Kinsler. So Kramer, who started off with a lot of strikeouts and no walks, has now given up 3 walks since then. puts runners on first and second. He's got 111 pitches under his belt. And he puts himself into a little bit of a jam here. He gives up 3 runs already this inning, facing off against Jeff Heath. Here's the pitch from Kramer. He strikes him out to end that inning, but not before the Manchester Red Bolts can score 3 runs off of 3 hits. And the game, as we go in the bottom of 6, is all knotted up 4-4. We will see Smith, Severs, and Jackson for the Berlin White Sox in the bottom half of this inning. Smith comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Do we allow Hal Reniff to come in and relieve?
No.
Yep. No?
No.
Okay, Riesling remains on the plate. He pitches to Smith. Smith with a hit. This, a liner to left field, but Heath is able to glove that one for the first out. Riesling now faces off against Roy Severs, who's 0 for 2 today. The pitch from Riesling. The 0-1 pitch from Riesling. This is a high pop-up into foul territory near first base. Euclid can't get to it, so Severs will get another chance at this, facing the 0-2 count from Riesling. And from an 0-2 count, Severs gets walked by Riesling. So he showed a lot of patience to come back and get 4 straight balls to get walked. Reggie Jackson comes up to the plate 0 for 2 with a runner on first. Do you want Hal Reniff to pitch?
No, thank you.
No?
No.
Okay. Riesling remains on the mound. There's the 1-0 count. Jackson with a little dribbler to second. Kinsler comes up and makes the play on that one. He's only able to throw to first for the out for Jackson. Severs does advance to second. So we have a runner on second with 2 outs. In comes Sherm Lawler, who's 0 for 1 today. The 1-0 count. Lawler with a deep fly ball left field. Heath will get under this one near the track, and that's the 3rd out. So we go to the top of 7. Scores all knotted 4-4. No runs and no hits for the White Sox in that inning. We will see Mantle followed by Musial and then Euclid. Mantle is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Mantle. This is a high fly ball to center field. Landis runs back. He'll make the grab. That's 1 out. Stan Musial comes up to the plate. Pitch to Stan. This is a high fly ball. Landis runs hard to his left to the track. What a fantastic play. What a great range by Landis to go from center field all the way almost to the right field to make that play at the track and get the 2nd out. That was an amazing run by Landis. That brings up Euclid, who's 1 for 2. And here's the pitch from Kramer. And he strikes him out. So down go the Red Bolts with no runs and no hits. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of 7. There's no sense in me listening to this music by myself, so we move on. Batters number 9, followed by wrapping back around to 1 and 2 for the Berlin White Sox due up to the plate. In comes Aparicio. Yes, sir.
Whatever the AI says, follow that, please.
Okay. Well, Frank Francisco then is coming into pitch. So Francisco will face off against Aparicio. Francisco is got a 1.38 ERA this year, only a 1.53 average against him. Here's the pitch. Aparicio hits a grounder to short. Kubek picks that up, fires over to Euclid at first for the 1st out. In comes Jim Landis batting he's 2 for 3 today. From Francisco. This one's a high fly ball to center field. Mantle runs back, makes the grab. That's 2 outs. Floyd Robinson strolls to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Pitch to Robinson. And Robinson draws the walk. So with 2 outs, Berlin has a runner on first. In comes Bobby Dorr. He grounded a big single last inning, or his last at bat, I should say. The pitch to Dorr. Robbins, what the heck? I'm not sure what happened there. I guess he took a pitch, and for some reason Robinson didn't go. So Dorr facing a 1-0 count. I don't think Robinson got the steal sign on that one. And he strikes him out for the third out. So we go to the top of 8. Score is still tied 4-4. We're going to see batter 6, 7, 8 for Manchester. That brings Dye up to the plate. Kramer with 125 pitches delivers the Dye. That's a grounder to Nettles at third. He shoots over to Severs at first, and that's the first out. Keltner strolls to the plate. He's 1 for 1 today. Here's the pitch from Kramer. This is a hard shot to Aparicio at short, who throws over to Severs. What a fantastic play by Aparicio to get the second out. Howard comes up to plate with 2 outs. He is 1 for 3 so far today. And this is a big, deep fly ball, but Landis is able to get under this one, makes a diving catch. Great play number 36, his second on today. For the third out, we go of 8. Berlin and Manchester still 4-4. Manchester at 6 hits on the day so far. Berlin with 5. Berlin also charged with 1 error. Nettles will stroll to the plate. And Rolly Fingers comes in to pitch. Fingers comes in with a 1.81 ERA and a 1.93 average against him. He faces off against Nettles. And, a hot shot right back to the mound, but Fingers able to grab that one and throw over to Euclid for the first out. Al Smith comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. Comes the 0-0 pitch, and Smith drives a grounder to Kinsler at second. He throws to Euclid at first for the second out. And that brings up Roy Severs. Roy Severs also 0 for 2 today. So Manchester's not seeing any production from the top half of their batting order. And on the other hand, Berlin not seeing any production from the bottom half of theirs. Pitch to Severs. Severs with a grounder to Kubek at short. He throws over to Euclid. That's the third out. Oh, my gosh, with this. And we go to the top of 9. Still knotted up 4-4. We'll see Kubek followed by Kinsler and then Heath. Kubek 1 for 1. The pitch from Kramer. He strikes him out. So Kramer goes down on strikes. And that brings up Ian Kinsler. Kinsler is 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch from Kramer with 137 pitches so far on the day. And this is going to get over Aparicio's head in short and into left center field. Landis will come up. He throws to second, but Kinsler is under the tag. And that's double number 40 for Ian Kinsler on the season. So Manchester with a double now. Man on second, only 1 out. Up comes Heath, looking to drive in a run, the go-ahead run here. This is going to be a ground. This will get down to left field, and Kinsler turns third and makes it home with that grounder into left field. So Heath, with an RBI single, drives the runner all the way from second to home. And the Red Bolts now with a 1-run lead over Berlin here in the top of 9. Mickey Mantle has done nothing in this game so far. He's 0 for 4. And Berlin is going to a new pitcher. Jesse Carlson comes in. He's batting, he's 67 ERA with a 167 average against him. So the lefty Carlson is going to face off against Mantle. Pitch, and Mantle draws the walk. So Carlson steps onto the mound and walks his first batter faced, putting a man on first and second with only 1 out. Stan Musial now facing Carlson. The pitch. It's a high fly ball to right field. Robinson runs towards the corner. He makes the grab. Heath back to tag, but he does not advance to 3. Guess he felt he wasn't going to make it to third, so he remains at second base. Mantle at first. And that brings Euclid up to the plate, who's 1 for 3. Euclid, who hit that solo shot homer over center field way back in the second inning. Pitch to Euclid, and he goes down on strikes. So down go the Red Bolts, but they score 1 run off of 2 hits, and now lead the Berlin White Sox 5-4. So the White Sox here in the bottom of 9 have 3 outs to try and get this run back, with Reggie Jackson leading them off. Reggie Jackson's 0 for 3. Batting averages in the dump, but he does get a single into center field. So now Jackson on 1 with no outs. That brings up Lawler. Sherm Lawler's 0 for 2 today. Looking to make something happen here. Here's the pitch from Fingers. Lawler with a hit. This will get to Euclid at first. He throws to Kubek at second, but Kubek is unable to turn 2. Lawler makes it to plate in time. So a fielder's choice for Lawler, but they do get the lead runner at second. So Berlin with 1 out now and a runner on first. And that brings in Luis Aparicio, who has 2 steals for the day. He's only 1 for 3, but he's been on the base. He's been at first twice and stolen the base both times. And in comes Vern Stevens to pinch hit for the Berlin White Sox. And we don't get to look at the stats for Stevens because they pitch quick. But there he gets struck out, and now Berlin facing 2 outs with a runner on first. Very tight game. Up comes Jim Landis, who's 2 for 4 today. Looking for 1 big hit here to try and tie this game up. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out to end the game. Manchester with a big win, 5-4 over the White Sox, in a game that was needed for them to win, because that gap was closing up quickly in that division. So we look at the box score. Manchester with 8 hits and 5 runs. Berlin with 6 hits and 4 runs. Kramer almost went the distance, but got pulled in the end. Turned into a very, very good close game here. And that is exactly what everybody wants to see, a game like that in any stream to make it exciting. So let's move on. Long Island at Horse Feathers. Horse Feathers comes back and wins. They needed that win, 8-3. We have Amazing at Mid-Michigan. Amazing with the win over Mid-Michigan puts them only half a game now behind Tampa Bay. And Cleveland drops a big one. Lehigh 14-2 over Cleveland. And we are going to go to the last day. We're going to sim through this day. I think 3 games streamed is enough. Not a lot of games on the plate anyways. Dallas at Hagerstown. Hagerstown with a win, 6-5. T-Ville at Chico's. Chico's gets a big 11-1 to win. Long Island at Horse Feathers. Horse Feathers shuts out Long Island 12-0. Mathewson with his 17th win of the season. Martinez gets credited with his 14th loss. Vegas at Florence. Vegas with the win. 4-0 over Florence. They shut out Florence. Hadley Lake at Tampa Bay. Hadley Lake beats Tampa Bay, so that makes that division extremely interesting. And Des Moines over Deerfield Beach, 9-3. So let's go take a look at the standings here. In the Earth Division, Manchester leads that division. They're up by 3.5 over both the Horse Feathers and Berlin. With only 7 days left in the season, the magic number here for Manchester is 4. This is going to be a fun one. Chico's, of course, locked up their division earlier in the week. Canada locked up their division about 6 months ago. And in the Water Division, Amazing and Tampa Bay are deadlocked. It's a dead tie here. This is going to go right to the end for these 2 teams, struggling and fighting to see who's going to make that division title. We'll take a quick look at the injury report. As we found out today, injuries will carry over into the playoffs. Not a lot of injuries. Chico's is going to go in the plus, but it looks like Rich Harden, their pitcher, will be back in time. Manchester, Quentin should be back before any playoffs happen, if they make it, which it looks like they probably will. Aaron Miles for Canada is also going into the playoffs. We'll have Aaron Miles back. Art House should be back in time. So most of the teams that are already locked up looks like they're going to lock up their division to get in the playoffs should have all their players back at this point from injury. Let's take a quick look at some team statistics. Canada leading the batting average, the runs per game average, the team ERA average, and second in fielding. So no wonder why they've got 113 wins on the season. All right, we're going to zip this up. As I said, according to Steve Tate, he wants to try and get everybody's manager file in. If you're going to put in one last manager file, get it in as soon as possible. It's 3:20 EST time. We want to try and possibly sim the last week of this season, either tonight or tomorrow morning, so he can set up the division races, the playoffs for the top 4 and the bottom 4 teams, and we can start streaming those games and getting the playoffs done. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody that was in here. We had MV, thank you. Big Clue, thank you. Carlos was here. Bernie, thank you for coming by. Beatles, thank you, sir. David, Jamie, appreciate it. Did I miss him? Steve was in here for a little while, so I'll say thank you, Steve. Legends came by. Thank you, Legends. Mike Silva stopped in from his princess party that he's having today with his daughter, or his daughter's friend, I guess it was. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Todd B, thank you for coming by. And Joe Murdy came by. Thank you, Joe. And I will see everybody probably over in Discord in a little bit. I'll zip this file up, get it up as soon as I can. Please get any manager files in that you need to get in so that we can end this season. Thanks, everybody.